How y'all doing? Sharp Burner, McCaffrey, Preacher Man, R&B, and the Smurf, Silver Ratio TV 901. This time I'm doing another movie review, so this time I'm reviewing The Fighter. What The Fighter is about Dickie and Mickey Ward. And Dickie Ward used to be a professional fighter, and he fought Sugar Ray Leonard, and he knocked down Sugar Ray Leonard one time in a fight, and then he got hooked on heroin. So HBO is making a documentary about what heroin does in America. But Dickie thinks it's a documentary about his comeback. Well, he's training Mickey, and Mickey, he's had a losing streak here lately. He's at the end of the movie, he's 20-7 or 30-7, one of them. And it starts off in the movie with his losing streak. He's lost a whole bunch of fights, and Mickey is trying to train, and he's dependent on Dickie, and all Dickie wants to do is go get high, and he's letting his little brother down. So Mickey starts dating this girl named Charlene that he meets at the bar, and they start getting close, and his family starts getting jealous. He has like 9 siblings, and over half of them is girls, and it's just him and Dickie that are the boys. So of course you know how that's going to go. But anyway, they're trying to get rid of Charlene, and all this drama happens, and what winds up happening is Dickie's trying to get money for Mickey, that way he can train year-round and get paid for it. Well, Dickie goes by this the wrong way, and he winds up getting arrested, and then Mickey's going to try to get the cops from stop beating him, and then he winds up getting arrested, but he gets out because it was his first time offense, and it was just disturbing the peace charge or whatever. But Dickie stays in there for like 3 months. Well, he's getting clean in jail, and while he's in jail, the documentary shows up, and it shows what the documentary was really about. It talks about Dickie's drug addiction and all this, and Dickie's watching it, and then he sees his son crying, and then he tells him to turn it off, and he realizes that he needs to get straight. He needs to stop doing what he's doing. So he's training while he's in prison, and Mickey's training outside of prison, and Mickey starts getting trained by the police chief, I think he is, and the deal he made with the police chief, the chief will train him, but Dickie and his mother cannot be in the picture. So he has to distance himself from them, and that's what happens. And Mickey's having all these fights, and he's starting to win again. And Mickey has this one fight with this guy, and before he has this fight, he talks to Dickie, and then he takes Dickie's advice and wins the fight. Well, this gives Mickey a title shot. So Dickie's out of jail now, and Dickie is trying to get back in his brother's life, but with the promise he made with the chief, he has to distance himself from Dickie, and Dickie goes and gets rid of his drug friends, so he ain't friends with them no more. He's off the drugs, and then he goes and talks to Charlene, trying to convince Charlene to get back with Mickey and to let Dickie be in his corner, and she agrees with it because Dickie's trying to do better. Well, the fight happens, and they have to fight in England. Well, the fight goes on to about maybe 6 or 7 rounds, and Mickey winds up winning the fight, and he's the welterweight champion. And that's all that really happened on this movie. If y'all have ever watched The Fighter, what did y'all like about it? As always, Christian Man, R&B signing out. Guys, you awesome. This is from TV 91. See y'all.